I thought was in mine. That's not the one that's in. I found the parts list, and it's an ATC cap. That's what's in my on my board.
Yeah, okay. And we got Kevin in here, WZAJ, ELU. Jeff is here, and Perry is lurking. But yeah, okay, Bob. And we'll have to pick that up and research it so we can get those right bypasses soon.
Yeah, and I fixed my arcing problem. I got series cap was arcing on my tuner. No more arcing now.
Oh, good.
Till next time.
Hey, Bob, Gordon over here. How are you?
Out in Ohio, Kevin?
That was the daily double.
Just checking in with you.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, Gordon, for asking the questions. Those are the same ones I've always wanted to know, but was too afraid to ask. And hello, Bob. Good evening to you. Haven't talked to you in a while. WZAJ, Kevin here in North Ohio.
Hey, Kevin, how you doing? Yeah, good signal tonight. I guess the band's in pretty good shape. I like nighttime conditions. I get on during the day a few times, and man, the conditions suck during the day.
Hey, Bob, what are you using to drive the Class E, a Flex?
Yeah, Flex 5000. Yep, we're 2 watts out of the Flex.
So the transverter wouldn't be enough. You need a couple of watts.
Yeah, I just need 2 watts to drive the E-rig, yep.
What if someone accidentally hit the mouse and put out 100? Does it have a protection circuit?
No, it would blow up my A to D converter, and I did that before.
Hey, Gordon. You can use a DDS VFO if it's clean.
Oh, okay. Or I guess you could put an attenuator, too.
Yeah, there's no safety on overdriving the A to D converter board.
Yeah, Steve was going to work on something, but he hasn't done it yet.
So I'm beginning to understand this. In other words, A to D, I mean, to me, in the music field, obviously that's something for converters, A to D, D to A, but in this case, is that because when you go to pulse width modulation, it's a digital format of sorts? Is that why you have an A to D?
Well, it's digital drive. So you got an analog signal coming out of the Flex, which is just a sine wave, and you want to convert that analog signal to a digital signal because use the IXDD614s, which are digital drivers to drive the FETs. So you need an A to D to converter to convert from analog to digital to drive the digital drivers to drive the FETs.
Yeah, one other thing too, Gordon.
Forgive my ignorance. That takes RF, analog RF signal, and keeps it in the RF domain, so to speak, but makes it a digital RF signal.
Let me pick it up.
Yes, and 2-phase, 90 degrees out of phase. Go ahead, Brent.
Yeah, the PDM driver chips, Gordon, take through a op amp. We take that signal and we run it into the 614s, basically to produce a square wave. And the duty cycle is important. So we have 2 square waves, and those are out of phase from each other. And they're 24 volts peak to peak, as I recall. And those drive each bank in and out of phase. So if you have modules A, B, C, D, A and C are in phase, and B and D are out of phase. So it's a pseudo push-pull. When one bank of FETs is charging, the other is discharging.
I just want to say Merry Christmas to all you all out there in that GTO.
Hey Lou, W3MMR, Merry Christmas.
Hey, Merry Christmas there, Perry.
Hi Lou, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to all my good friends in the Northeast corner and all over, especially the SWLs out there listening. N9 GTO in Indiana.
Hey Lou, how you doing? Merry Christmas.
Hey, big.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you, Lou.
Shoot, I'll even do one better. A W0, very Merry Christmas.
Mr. Voice Modulated Carrier, this is somebody I haven't heard in a long time.
Hey, Brett. Yeah, we were on 40, and I wanted to tune up here on 75, and of course heard some familiar chat of tech talk going on. That always perks my ears up. And then Lou popped in there, and well, we got a bunch of Bob and yourself and a couple other fine gents. So just kind of get things dialed in here. So maybe after dinner, come down here and throw some RF haymakers. So Brett, how you doing, and the rest of the crew? Handle here is Robert, located over here in the cold tundra, not so cold today, of western Wisconsin. W1IA. Man, it's good to say that call, do you?
Really good to hear from you, Robert. I was talking with Daryl, and I guess he sent you some, you sent him some goodies for the gates, and he's still working on it. Really wonderful to hear from you. I haven't talked to you in a dog's age there, Robert. And still working on radios. You know, Bob and I are trying to tackle another problem. But when I look at the logbook, you know, March of 2021 was the last time we spoke. But I'll throw this number around. You got a 30 over signal here in New Hampshire on the array. Second version of the array, Robert. Anyway, go ahead, Bob, and then throw this number around. Robert's got a big signal.
Oh yeah, how you doing there, Robert? K1KBW here, and yeah, I like to simplify things. You know, you can drive the FET's analog, you know, with an analog signal, but it's better to drive them digitally, and they're more efficient, and you need less power to drive them. You drive these FET's analog, you need about, I'd say about 75 or 80 watts to drive these transmitters, 24 FETs. But if you use digital drive, you only need 2 watts. So it makes it kind of really efficient, and that just simplifies it pretty much. Digital drive is more better. K1KBW.
And I'm going to jump in. I'm going to jump out real quick. But hey, good evening, Robert. W3MMR. Perry here, and where am I? Hold on a second. I just had to adjust the match there. I'm in Philadelphia. I know where I'm at. Don't think I forget. But anyway, good evening, man. Sounding great out here. Great signal as always. And Merry Christmas to you, Robert, Brent, Bob, and Kevin. I know WZAJ was in there as well. Lou and 9GTO. And the rest, Gordon, W2GOR, and anyone else I may be missing. But have a Merry Christmas, guys. Hope you have a great Christmas Eve, and we'll be listening out here for the remainder. 7-3, and we'll toss it up in the air to the next. This is W3MMR, Chester, Pennsylvania.
7-3s, and have a great Christmas, Perry. Always good to hear you in there, my friend, and good to hear you, Robert. You're plowing a path through the ionosphere down here into northern Ohio tonight. Yeah, it's been very warm. Rode the motorcycle today. That warm. 53 degrees. Yeah, I love global warming. WZAJ.
Oh, Chester to Molester, Pennsylvania. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, take care, Perry, and make sure I got it.
Yeah, fine signals in here. Of course, you too there, Bob. Man, yeah, it's wild stuff. I think they were talking about maybe possibly setting a record for warm temps over here. I can't say cold tundra, but last time I piped off, it got to around February, and we were looking at 39 below zero. So I ain't gonna make that mistake. Not gonna tempt those WX gods, that's for sure. You know. So yeah, I'm fine on the Class E stuff there. Bob and Brent, how you guys doing getting those things up on frequency? I'm starting to looking at 20, 15, 10 with some of the more advanced slew rates on those things.
No, these FETs will just do 160, 80, and 40. There are FETs that'll go higher, but they're expensive. These FETs are only like $2.50, $3 a piece. They're cheap.
Yeah, one of the problems, Robert, make sure I got it.
Been the big pull on those things, high efficiency and very easy on the wallet for sure. But then I know some of the guys are building multiple decks for them, but that still seems like it would hit a nice price point with the parts, you know. Yes, indeed. W0 VMC.
Yeah, somebody's dropping a carrier. Hang on a second.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah, W0 VMC, make sure I got it. W1IA. Yeah, the biggest elephant in the room are the inexpensive FQA11 and 90s. It's the gate capacitance that we run into a problem. And yeah, there's devices out there now. I guess they're ceramic composites, Robert, but they get very expensive. Carbide or ceramic blends. And they're pretty expensive, and the architecture would get a little more fussy as you got out to 20 and 10 and 15. The layout might be a lot more critical. So, I don't know. Steve will design a system like that. And as far as frequency control, I'm using a direct digital synthesizer that has a high-performance clock chip in it. By the way, I did pick up a 6900 SIGGEN, and I thought about using that, but I got to come up with another VFO, and I thought about, you know, what you did and maybe a buffer amplifier to get the signal level up. But those are very viable devices. The only thing I'd have to come up with is a way to turn it off, you know, some kind of a disabling circuit. Anyway, I'm going to take a break and head upstairs and say hello to my wife. I've been a hermit down here in the shop. And one closing comment, Robert, I just added 160. It's very easy to turn a 875 or a 160 and 75 meter two bands out of this transmitter. So I finally got around to doing it. Just finished it up yesterday. With that, I'm going to listen out. And great to hear you, Robert. And I hope Daryl gets the gates running. He's still got his challenges ahead of him. And Jeff, good evening. Kevin and Bob and anybody else I hope I didn't miss. Gordon, W1IA.
William 7 Zulu, I'm on radio.
Okay, heard QJE in there for sure. Yep, no doubt. And someone mentioned a Gordon. I haven't heard from him yet. Go ahead.
This is W2GOR, Whiskey 2, good old radio. Good to meet you. What is your call and your name there?
Frequency, Gordon.
Hey, y'all sound like Slum. Look at AM, man. Zombies are real.
Yeah, sorry guys, I have a funky VFO here. Yeah, what's the name and call? This is W2GOR.
Oh, I think you might be referencing me. I'm a W0 Victor Mike Charlie, as in voice modulated carrier. And handles here is Robert. And I think you're Gordon. Was that GOR there? Hello to you. I don't know if we've ever worked there for sure. Go ahead.
No, we haven't worked, Robert. Yeah, you're asking who Gordon was. That's me. I was just on the other side of the room doing some physical therapy here. Just laid up here for a few weeks after surgery, so got active on AM after not having really done this more than 5 times in, I guess, 10 or 20 years. So it's good to hear the same people that I used to hear, gosh, 40 years ago, and some new voices. So it's been a lot of fun. Nice to meet you. I'm in Westchester, 10 miles north of New York City.
Okay there, Gordon. Yes, indeed. Yep, nice signal coming in here to Wisconsin. And, yeah, we were getting ready to go grab dinner. Let me get Tim in here, and I'd get a couple comments for Brett there and Bob and little shop talk and before we wrap it up. Go ahead there, Tim, KJ9QJE.
Yeah, very good, Robert. WMC and the great KC9QJE. Boy, you are never going to guess who I just talked to 5 minutes ago. I was sitting here at the desk, messing around, drawing those chicken scratch drawings I draw, the fancy layout. And I was listening to 3890 and I heard a call sign. November 9th, never say never. He was down there in Texas. I have not talked to him since he moved to Texas. I've talked to him on the phone, but I never heard him on the radio, but I got to talk to him for a few minutes. And man, that was a Christmas tree right there. Good evening to you. Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Rogers. Quick question for you. I was looking today in the hardware store for those pulleys. They do not have any of those pulleys that are poly or plastic. They're all metal or something. Does it matter that those pulleys for the corners, they need to be plastic, don't they, Robert?
Oh, no. Because the insulating material is going to be your rope that's attached to them. So, gosh, there's probably a minimum 5-10 feet of rope on the end of that. No problem. Just make sure, there's something made of something where that little rivet that pulley pivots on doesn't freeze up. Otherwise, it's like having nothing at all. So, anything would do there, Tim. Just a good quality pulley that doesn't, and it doesn't have to be a big diameter, just enough where the wire won't crimp. Pulling that 90-degree corner there, go ahead.
Okay, well, I appreciate it. I didn't think about that. I was calling because they didn't have any poly ones, and I told my wife, I said, I bet I don't want metal ones. So I'll go back tomorrow and get, or I shouldn't say tomorrow, it'll be close to Thanksgiving, or for Christmas, but I'll go back here in a couple days and get some of those. They had a bunch of them. All of them were metal. Anyway, I'll get this back in motion. I know you was trying to get out of there. Thanks for picking me up. Enjoy your meal. I don't know who owns any of that. I'll hand it back to you to pass it whatever direction you go. W0VNC in the group.
Okay there, Tim. KC9QJ, W0. Victor, Mike, Charlie. What's some nice tones rolling in here tonight, guys. That's for sure. And I think Bob, KW might still be in the mix. Brett said he was going to head that way. Gordon's on the workbench, and Lou and possibly Kevin. So there's still a good contingent of AM are still out here for you there, Tim. And I'll be back after dinner and wishing some Christmas greetings on a few folks for sure. And Brett, fine business. 160, I can hear the East Coaster is pretty good on 160 now, so I'll get a listen to that Class A rig when you strike it up. That's for sure. And I think, Bob, I've heard you on 160, and of course, Kimtron. So that path is pretty good. Oh, and fine on the Class E stuff. Frequency spans, and multi-bands, and gate capacitance, all the fun things there that you got to keep in check when you're moving those things around, And yeah, Brett, we're still on the DDS series. I approach it a little different than the SDR and Class E, Class D. I think I told you with that phasing chip, kind of the same things, except it's all built in, laser trim. So that thing has very low distortion on it, and take that low-level signal and Class A amplifiers up to the final output. Right now, tonight, we're in the, I call it the Sky Master. There's a couple of them out there. Well, that's a grounded screen, Class AB1, 4CX3K. And, of course, the DDS series is driving that. LD Moss final just loafing along for a real low, pretty low distortion there. And Brett, yeah, I've had real good luck. The DDS series, 6800, 6900, there's a 6200. They got FPGAs in them. Of course, I can control the amplitude and the frequency right here from the monitor or from the actual front panel of the transmitter. So that really works out well. 250 megasamples per second, 14-bit. So, you know, some of the other DDSs, some of the earlier ones I've tried, you know, if you're on a even number frequency, like say 3885, 3886, 3887, they're pretty clean. But if you go to like 3885.1, then I'll see a few of those spurs still well below the threshold. You know, I mean, it's not like they're out there spraying up and down the band, but something I just don't like to see. And the push-to-talk circuit, they have attenuating relays. You can pull a schematic on the 62, 8, and 9 series, 100 series. And you can, that's how I ended up dealing with the push-to-talk on it. So it snubs it out pretty much to nothing. So you don't even see it on your pan adapter when you're in receive, so it works well. So pick one of those up, man. Stable as a rock, front panel accessory, controlled, software controlled, and a means to throw a push-to-talk in it, and an FPGA. That's the biggie there. So you get some really nice revs with that. So, hey, I'm through preaching now. And nothing like a little East Coast sermon right there, you guys. And I do accept donations now. I will pass the hat for sure. Brett, Bob, I'll throw it to you. You're still out there, and you know who else? You're still out there, Lou and maybe Kevin. Gordon on the workbench, and then there's Tim in the mix. KC9QJE, my buddy down there.
William 7 Zulu, America, deal.
K1, KBW. Shoot, still hitting those rim shots. W0, VMC, wishing one and all a W0. Very Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. See ya.
Yeah, very good there, Robert. Yep. Same to you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that stuff. And I got to step out for a minute, guys. I got to go in the other room, and I got a little bit of work I want to do on my lathe. So I'll step out for a minute, but I'll be back in here probably in about a half hour if you guys are still in here. So catch everybody later, and I hear a breaking station in there. So Breaker, go ahead. This is K1KBW stepping out for a few.
KD2AFL, standing by.
I think that was Daryl.
Yes, indeed.
I hear you in there. Your audio sounds
And the W7CAR station here.
The Clown Show here on 3885.
Hey, don't forget about me, W7CAR here. And, on the remote here, over.
I didn't catch the call sign. W7 remote. I didn't catch your call.
Yeah, William 7 Zulu, America Radio. W7CAR here, and I'm remoting in from AB1FF.
Yeah, W2ZAR, WZAJ group here. Good evening. Name here is Kevin, and we're located near Cleveland, Ohio, about 20 miles south. That signal coming in late tonight. Everybody has a download copy here. So, good day in conditions on 75. Somebody else pick it up. This is WZAJ. This is Kilo Delta 2 Alpha Foxtrot Lima.
Hey, Alpha Foxtrot Lima, William 7 Zulu, got radio. Come on in, man.
I hear Zulu. Good evening, right back to you. This is Kilo Delta 2 Alpha Foxtrot Lima. Go ahead.
I gotta find the button here. I gotta find the button here. W7DAR here on frequency, over.
Well, it seems like you found the button, all right. Because I can hear you in New Jersey.
Hey, I'll tell you what, in New Jersey, man, you're coming in good here into, let's see here, where's the remote at here? Well, I guess I forgot where the remote's located now. Massachusetts, man. This remote's located in Massachusetts there, but...
Okay, Massachusetts. All right, then. Well, Merry Christmas to you, because it's coming. And I'll step to the side. Heard Robert out there. So, you take care. This is Kilo Delta 2 Alpha Foxtrot Lima, New Jersey station. Stand by. Merry Christmas, General, from WZAJ. I think there was another breaking station in there, too. Merry Christmas right back. Let's see who's the other breaker out there. Who's the other breaking station, guy?
Back, I'm gonna be on the other side, guys.
Hello, Daryl, KB3RHR.
Hello, Craig. Merry Christmas.
You too. Are you on the gates?
Yes, we on the gates, and we have all green lights. Do you have your green light on?
I don't have green lights, but I probably need green lights. Merry Christmas, man. I'm just hooking my head in here. Yeah, I need green lights. That's for darn sure. KD2AFL, KB3RHR.
Okay, Craig. Well, sounding good down here. I'm still working the bugs out on this thing. Sometimes I get a little audio problem. I think I'm getting some RF in the shack or something. I'm going to have to see what's going on. But this is the gates. Do tell.
I'll tell you what, the gates are sounding real good, man.
Yeah, it sounds good here, Daryl. Oh, I appreciate it.
Hey, let me switch over to a different mic then.
Say that again.
Well, yeah, Daryl, sounds good. No doubt there's little quirky things. I wonder how big of a ground strap you ran over to it. That might tell something a little bit, maybe. You know, when I got this thing in here, I was so excited to get it going. I forgot to put grounds on it. And my RF sounded horrible. So that's what happens when you get in a hurry. Anyway, it sounds good, buddy. It sounds really clean. No background audio, no nothing. So congratulations. I'm excited for your Christmas. That's your Christmas present, I assume, huh?
Oh, yeah. Definitely my Christmas present. It came in just in time. Oh, yeah. All right. You're right. I'm going to check the grounds. And that's what I'm going to do. Get me some ground straps and see what's going on. But I'm getting a little bit of RF coming somewhere.
You know it likes to sneak in here. All right, Craig, Merry Christmas all over again. And I'm going to go look round me up some ground straps. This is Kilo Delta 2 Alpha Foxtrot Lima, New Jersey Station.
Hey, Daryl, before you run, what model case?
BC1T Tango. It's like the big refrigerator. That's what the grandkids said. They said, Pop, that's a big refrigerator.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. Well, it heats things up, doesn't cool things off, though. All right, go find some ground straps, Daryl. Congratulations on the new edition to the shaft. WZAJ.
Hey, you better be running nothing at its full potential there, huh? You better be running that thing at a 1 kW carrier. I'm on the side.
Hello, Kevin. How are you? How's your Christmas going? KB3 RHR.
Oh, hey, Craig. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you, too. Yeah, I got the family home here and having a nice sun. Get the radio stuff in early tonight and then watch some Tube. But you're sounding good here. All is well in your household. And we got a group in here. There was I think it was a KD9 station that kept trying to break in, but kept doubling. They pick him out. Maybe you could pick him up, Craig. You got the big boss signal there. So good to hear you in there, old man. KB3 RHR and the cast of characters from WZAJ.
Yeah, it was a breaking station. But what I heard, what I pulled out of it was Kilo Delta 9 Juliet Sierra Yankee. I hope that's right. Well, Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, not much of a signal. I'm only copying about 25% of what you're saying, so I don't know where you're at. I guess if you're a 9-call district, then I guess the band isn't open too well that way. But anyways, Merry Christmas to you. Kilo Delta 9 Japan Sierra Yankee from KB3 RHR. My name is Craig. I'm located in southwestern Pennsylvania.
Hey, Craig, I lost my man, W7CAR.
I got a good copy of them.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Okay, Craig. Hey, KB9 JSY. This is WZAJ. Whiskey Zulu 8 Japan in northern Ohio. You're in northwestern Indiana. Got a good copy now. And I just want to let you know the DX60 sounds very good. We're running pretty low power for this time of the night, but I do hear you. And congratulations on your first AM contact with that. I'm sure you'll enjoy it immensely as time goes by. So thanks for stopping in, old man. I'm going to send it around. But Merry Christmas to you and your families, and congratulations on getting a Dixie 60 on the air. So 7.3 KB9 JSY. This is WZAJ. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't reading my writing very well. KD9, Kilo Delta 9, Juliet Sierra Yankee. WZ8J, Whiskey Zulu 8 Japan. You've got the call sign right. My name is Kevin. I'm about 20 miles south of Cleveland. And once again, Dixie 60 sounding good. And I'm sure you'll get one of those higher power rigs on the air in the evening, and we'll hear you more often. 7-3, see you there, and I'm sure we'll chat again. Got a kind of a big group in here, so I'm going to work it around. But so long, and thanks for stopping in tonight. 7-3s to you. This is WZ8J. Somebody jump in to the pool. Make a big splash.
Well, is it okay if I just jump in and just kind of put my toes in a little bit there on W7ZAR?
Yeah, the water's fine. Come on in.
Hey, the only thing I'm doing here is getting my feet wet now. That's the only thing I'm doing out here. W7ZAR said that.
What is your name? I didn't catch your name.
My name, I quite can't get you out, but my name is Daniel here. And I'm running a remote here on AB1 FF's remote here. What you're listening to is the TS-90. And you're listening to some Pro Tools audio through on RE320 here. I switched the microphones over.
Okay, yeah. It sounds a little distorted on my end. I don't know if it's... I've got an old-timey receiver here. It may be overloading it or something, but the signal's quite strong. And Daniel, very good on remoting that. I think there's some latency there because there's some delay before you key up. So anyway, good to hear you on there. Merry Christmas to you. I don't think we've worked before. W7ZAR, WZAJ.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too there. W7ZAR. I just switched the microphones. It might sound a little weird now that I switched the microphones there. But I did just switch microphones there. W7 Zulu America Radio.
Yeah, I think it sounds a little better. I'm probably getting some phase distortion. Not sure who's left in here tonight. But I don't monopolize the frequency, so somebody else pick up W7ZAR. This is WZAJ.
Well, it sounds like maybe.
The world's way busy and good. But once the basics, you can't just turn that off, because there is no knob to turn. Well, let's see. I got a bunch of work done today. It's all my downtime. I fell behind with my workload stuff. So I'm going to do a good portion of today to try to catch up with that. I listened to Foreign Years a little bit today. I didn't transmit, but yeah, there's 5-year-olds down there screwing around and stuff. And just sometimes, no matter how much time went by, something like that never changed. 50, 60-year-old guys that some of the mentality of like a 5-year-old that want to figure out everything here on a station and stuff. This research material. But I didn't transfer it to him. So John, you see these not great. You're so talented engineer, really. That is just so cool. You got that X-band working in that thing now, and those guys said, you are becoming the default TV guy. So what about you? It's really it's a lot of guys. It's easier. You guys are some of the movements. That's neat. I was playing with this stuff 30 years ago. It was very rare. I mean, actually collapsing. Okay, we'll send it over to YouTube. Good signal. WBU says really good. It'll be the coolest. Beautiful signal. And this is the BAU-811. It's a pleasure to get on 160. Listen to some great signals. Since 78, 79 when I first got going on it. And I had a 28, I think it was. And I went to Frisco for it. Beautiful. and all the technology. Hey, we got all the free stuff. It's just not easier. Let me turn this up. So now there's pluses and minuses to just itself. So we have a decal mechanism and case will make it to a high technology has always had those pluses and minuses. And good to hear that here. I hope you're feeling better as you know it's starting to heat out. This your radio. I wasn't sure if there was going to be in here tonight, but here I am. So I had to read a little bit of
from WZAJ.
WZAJ, N1XVW, very good. Anyway, you said there were a few people in there. I don't want to, monopolize, And, I don't know. It might be crowded on the band right now. It may be an excuse right now, but the morning that it happened to me, there was literally nothing down below. That's what was very few Fusos. And then from 3870 to 3890, there were 5 Fusos. 2 trying to have AM Fusos and 3 sideband Fusos jammed in between. There was no excuse that day. I mean, you got to accept the fact that ignorance is not the way to be. Anyway, over to you, Craig,
Hey, what's Derek's call sign?
Band gone away, or where did everybody go? WZAJ.
Hey, WZHJ, W7ZAR, I'm still here, man. I'm still here just listening in. William 7 Zulu, America Radio.
Okay, the other station you doubled with Charlie. Who was that in there?
Well, it's just Dan here, Massachusetts, over here on the road. W7 Zulu, America Radio.
Yeah, okay, Dan. You're still coming in here strong from Massachusetts via the remote. On some delay, though. I'm going to see up and, when you finally transmit. So you just have to be aware of that. There's probably some latency, I would guess, if you're connecting through the net.
It's because I hear you better on the SDR. That's right. There's like a delay. That's why. There's a 2-second delay, but I'm listening to you on the SDR and I can hear myself. What's Derek's call sign there? I didn't catch it before he left there.
I'm sorry. Whose call sign were you looking for?
I was looking for Derek's call sign.
Do you mean Daryl? The guy with the new gates? His call sign is KB2. Shoot. Dang, I forgot his call sign. I talk to him all the time. It'll come to me in a minute. I'm having a senior moment.
American Football League.
There you go, KD2AFL.
Appreciate that there, American Football League there, W7ZAR.
Yeah, Daryl does the drive-by thing. He doesn't say much, but he stops in, says hello, and then moves along. He is the exact opposite of an old buzzer.
Oh my goodness, you guys crack me up out there, man. I hope this thing is sounding okay. I got the high-pass filter turned on, but I don't know if it's too much bass there.
It's sounding much better. I think when you switched the D104, it brought some of them highs and mids out. Your voice was just too low for me to really hear everything, and I don't know if it was dropouts, as Craig was saying, or just wasn't enough mids and highs in there. But I'm hearing you quite well now. It sounds pretty decent down here on the mighty HRO 50. So I think you got it close to getting it dialed in there, Daniel. W7ZAR, WZAJ.
WZH. What was it? I got the little bit of that echo in here. I kind of sound like that one guy down below on frequency, if you know what I'm talking about there on the side.
No, I'm pretty, I don't know if this HRO has really good adjacent frequency rejection or what, but I'm not hearing any interference. And I tuned up and I did hear those strong stations above us on sideband, but I can't hear any splatter or anything coming from there. So, yay for the HRO 50 or band conditions or what, but I don't miss the QRM.
No, I hear them really, really strongly. There's a guy out there talking, and I hear them really strongly, so, it's not because that guy's super strong out there. William 7 Zulu, America Radio.
Okay, gang. Well, I'm going to get going. I've been down here a while. Craig, if you're still listening, I think you're doing something in the background there. 7-3s, Merry Christmas to you and yours. And Daniel, great to hear you in there. I didn't catch King9JSY's name there, but he's got to be all excited about getting that Dixie 60 sounding good on the air. And Charlie, N1XCW, always a pleasure and really good signal tonight. So I'm going to bow out. Everybody have a great Christmas tomorrow, and catch you later. This is WZ8J, ending its amateur radio transmission day.
7-3. Well, it sounds good there, ZH. 7-3 W7ZAR. Man, seriously, who's that slum bucket in there going in there and talking smack, man? They're splattering all over the band on AM, man, that's for sure.
hear you, Jimmy. Merry Christmas. K5NSN, KB3RHR. Yeah, that's all right. I heard you call, Jimmy. K5NSN from KB3RHR, Pittsburgh.
Let's see if you can hear me here this time. Can you hear me, Jimmy?
I know who you are, but I have not been on the winning team in at least 6 months. I'm sorry. Does it start with a C?
KC9QJE. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know who he's calling. Jimmy, K5NSN. It's KB3RHR, Pittsburgh. Kilowatt, Boston 3, Romeo Hotel, Romeo, KB3RHR.
He's calling me.
Now I'm confused. Somebody said, we're thinking about something ready or something like that. It's been a while. And just hang in there. Like I said, I haven't had this old, with the Banshee and have it on in about 6 months. And yes, there's another breaker in there too. KC9QJE10. I get down here and I just check that in. KC9QJE, Craig. Put it in there. I guarantee. I trust that you're having a good transmission. It's winter 2022 to 2021. Let me send it over to KC9QJE.
Yeah, very good, Jimmy. Good evening, man. Apologize for the trouble up on 3890 earlier when we were trying to talk. I apologize for that. And going down that road, but you know how it is, Jimmy. It's the same game as it was when we lived up here in Dayton. You'll never guess who I heard the other night. I heard Rick in there. Shoot, I hadn't heard Rick in, I don't know, forever. N8SCR. We used to sit in there all the time, Craig, at night. Jimmy and Rick and myself and WA4JK, Jerry down in Alabama. And man, I mean, we would chew the fat and probably get in trouble. We was pretty good at getting in trouble, but you know, it was fun. Joke around. Go ahead, Craig. I wasn't meaning to step on you. I figured he was probably hollering at me because he had hollered earlier, but I couldn't get over the corpsman to get to him. Sorry about that. KB3RHR, KC9QJE.
No, that's okay, dude. Yeah, I kind of went up there and I've been writing call signs down, so keep a little log book of that. Yeah, that's a shame, man. Those guys want to QRM the Texas guys, but you know, we could probably fix that pretty easy. Anyways, okay, Jimmy, yeah, I haven't heard you in forever, and I kind of wondered about you. Hope you're doing okay, and hope you guys have a Merry Christmas down there, and you're sounding good up here. I just heard you belting out a few, so I figured I'd try to get back to you. Anyway, I'm on the 21V2 and the R390A, same old setup. So, just want to say howdy do, haven't heard you, and Merry Christmas. K5NSN, KB3RHR in a group.
All right, real good, Craig. You know, I've done this substation for 6 months. Maybe a little longer. I don't think I've been up here on 3890
CQ at CQ AM. CQ 75 meters AM. CQ 75 meters AM. W7 Zulu America radio calling. CQ 75 meters AM. CQ 75 meters AM.
Are you still playing a lot, Jimmy? Are you still playing in band a lot, I guess? I think I heard you talking earlier, KC9QJE for ID, by the way, but I think I heard you talking earlier that you had put a studio together, so I'm going to presume you was playing still quite a bit. I guess Don and Paige is doing good down there. I heard you say something about, hey, Dee told me to tell you hello there, Jimmy. Deanna did, so very, very good. And good evening to you, Craig. Hopefully your mom's doing good and you having you a Merry Christmas.
Hello, everyone.
There you go, Jimmy. I'm sure you heard it. KB3RH in the group, KC9QJE.
KD4U.
Hey, Danny, you could take my place. I'm going to jump out, but I just haven't heard Never Say Never on for a long time. I kind of actually wondered how he was doing. And here he is. So, all right, Jimmy. Well, good to hear you, buddy. And Tim, good to hear you. And there's Danny in there too. So, you guys pick her up. But Merry Christmas. Yeah, it's going okay, Jimmy. It's been a rough road to hoe here the last couple of weeks, but I think it's kind of coming together a little bit here. My mom had cancer surgery 3 days ago, and she's still in the hospital, but she's cancer-free now, I guess. So. That's a good thing. Anyways, you take care down there. Have a Merry Christmas, and Danny, both you and Tim, just Merry Christmas as well. And maybe we catch you later on down the line here. This KB3RHR here near Pittsburgh.
7-3, Craig.
All right, very good there, Craig. And
nice big monster signal down here to Shepherdsville tonight.
And pretty dang good. And good evening to Tim up there. KC9QJE. Boy, it's been a while since I got to talk to you. Merry Christmas to you and yours over there. And to Jim down there at 15NS here. Hadn't been too long since I talked to you, Jim. Hadn't been, I don't know, maybe good grief. You said you hadn't been on the 6 months. Man, time flies. But anyway, Merry Christmas to you guys down there as well. And it sounds like there's several others out there trying to get in as well. So I'll keep along as soon as I'm around. Back on our work it might go to Tim or Jim. Might want to, I'm going to throw it right there to Jim talking with M5NSF. From KD3 Review in Shepherdsville, Kentucky.
Get her on there more often. She sounds a lot prettier. KC9QJE, Oh, yeah. 1,000 miles away, still stirring it with a bow to her. Leave it to Jim. KC9QJE, oh, yeah. She heard me say that I heard you in here, and man, the old eyes lit up and a big old smile. Yeah. Oh, man, this is awesome. Good evening to you, Dan. Sounding great in here. Big signal. I'm going to make this my last one, guys. I actually ordered a new Flex 6000 series radio, and believe it or not, it come in the mail today. And the wife's got to help me try to hook it up. I'm going to take a reading for being willing to help right now, which means AKA in his computer, AKA she's going to probably be the one doing it. I'm not the computer guy. She's the one good on computers, not me. So see if I can get this thing hooked up now so I can just a little bit get it going. Jimmy, it sure was a pleasure, my friend. Give me a shout. Get up in here. We get in here quite often. I'll have a lot bigger signal here. Probably shortly after the first of the year. 60-meter loop antenna, so that ought to help quite a bit. And my new amplifier gets delivered Tuesday, Jimmy. That's a Force CX3000, so I'll be able to actually put out legal limit and not have to worry so much about it. Anyway, maybe that'll favor you a little more, that loop. It may make a little better signal with that. Good to hear you, man. JT9QJE. I'm going to sign out here a little bit so I get this hooked up. Take her away, Jimmy, I guess, or Dan. I don't know. You guys doubled a minute ago, but I heard pretty much everything both of you said.
Go ahead, Jim.
All right, man, Tim, it's like a Christmas tree in Alabama here in Atlanta. Tuesday, I thought, I need to text Tim and send him Merry Christmas up there, up that way. I had no idea you got that on the radio. That's a real Christmas tree right there. And I'm telling you, back out here on AM, I miss that. So I just talk to everybody out here and it's quite some time. But answering your question about the rain thing, yeah, I've been setting it up. I built one studio and now I'm getting ready to tear it down. And put it on in that room for a home office. She's so excited. She's working from home, sometimes about 5 days out of the month. Sometimes more. Sometimes every day of the week. She needs a good comfortable office, so I'm going to clear out the place about 20 garage, put up another barn, and get all that junk out there in the barn, and turn that 20 by 20 into three-pan headboard. We're not doing anything spectacular, but man, we're having a whole lot of fun. We're having a whole lot of fun being unspectacular. So anyway, Tim, I'll tell you, 73 Christmas, Merry Christmas. And I'm sure I'll put you in here again before New Year's stuff until January 3rd. And get you some junk for Christmas night. So I'll see you later, man. Again, thank you. Great to hear you in there today. JT9QJE. Right, I'm down for the count. 35 head on 10.
Well, all right, you guys have a great evening there, and yeah, I did all the running around there for dinner tonight as well. Me and wife was in the same boat. Didn't really feel like cooking, so run out and got something quick to eat and a few last Christmas present wrappings and stuff for the grandkids and all that. So we're ready for tomorrow. All right, guys, y'all have a great one. Merry Christmas to everybody. Katie for you and you here in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. Good evening.
All right, hey, for you and me, I'm going to apologize about the
Dan, Delta Alpha November, Dan there, over.
All right, please accept my apologies. I haven't been on AM in quite some time, especially the AM window. Going around in other spots like 37 to 25 and stuff like that. It's been 6 months since I've been there.
Yeah, very good on that. Well, I'll tell you what, usually we have Texas pretty good as long as the sun's down. Of course, you know, we hear Jay from down there quite a bit, and Jay's always blasting in here from down at Crawford, Texas. So usually Texas doing pretty good there, over.
Yeah, good deal. It's definitely the right time of year for that. Getting into the cooler weather and everything. Sure, 75 meters, a lot better inside over.
Yeah, very good on that. Very good. Yeah, usually there's a big group that gets in here at 4 or 5 o'clock in the mornings, you know, and all during the week. But you know, I work during the week, but I had the day off, so I jumped in there this morning. And because it was the end of the work week for me, daggone, I didn't even know what day it was. I thought it was Saturday, you know, and I was expecting the old military radio net to kick off, but yeah, wrong day. And I'll be surprised if they're in there in the morning. Of course, they may be. All right, well, I'm going to jump out anyway there, Jim. And good hearing y'all and good hearing Tim and Craig and everybody else in there. So we'll let you run. Get to run and hit you again here on 3885. M5 NSN from KD4UNU. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, some things just don't change. We're just kind of put on pause for a little bit there. All right, have a good one out there. KD4UMU 73. KI4OSH, good evening from KD4UMU. Well, close but no cigar. Kilo Delta 4 Uniform Mike Uniform. KD4UMU. Hey, it's a long call, but that's the one the FCC gave me. Well, all right, very good on that, James. And, you got a pretty good signal coming up here to Shepherdsville, Kentucky.